Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking the characters from Love Live School Idol Project. And I know last time during the Polytopia tier list I said, well, I don't know a lot about this tribe, or I don't know how to play this tribe, etc., etc. That's not going to be the case today. I am an expert on this show, okay? Um, Anyways, as you can see, we did not include Accords or the other, I don't know what the other show is, but I'm going to include this one because this one I know really well and I can give you an accurate depiction. That being said, let's get started on the video. Yeah, okay, all right. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice there's nothing past B because, to be honest, this show is so well written. Like, there is no character here that could go to like C tier. They can't go below B. Okay, that's just my opinion. It's a really good anime. You should watch it. I don't watch a lot of anime. This is one that I actually do watch. All right, Hanuka. Okay, Hanuka. I think Hanuka is a solid A tier. She's the main protagonist. Generally, I'm not a fan of main protagonists, but Hanako is written pretty well. She's she's got a complex character profile. Like, you'll notice that a lot of these characters do. But now she's not necessarily. There are other characters which are better. That's why I'm not putting her in the Queen tier or the S tier. But she's a solid A tier. Like, she's an important aspect of the show. I think she drives a lot of that energy and enthusiasm that sometimes the rest of the characters don't necessarily have, right? So she's an important part of the equation. Next up, we got Umi. Umi's a B tier. She's a good character too. She's not like, but obviously she's not one of my favorites really. But even then, even if she's not one of my favorites, she still has like a whole character development arc and everything too. In the beginning of the show, she's really uptight and stuff, and then she learns to kind of, let go and gains the courage to do stuff she didn't wouldn't even think of doing beforehand. So there's Umi. She's in the B tier. Okay, Katori is probably going to be the top of the A tier for me. Katori is one of my favorite characters, actually. I don't know. She's actually like a really cute character, like not in terms of, I don't know. I'm not going to rate them on attractiveness or whatever, but like in terms of personality, she has a really cute personality, I guess. Like, she's like, I don't know. She's funny and she kind of lightens the mood whenever everyone else is really tense and serious and stuff. She's just really wholesome. There's the Chun Chun meme. So overall, she's a pretty good character. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. Okay. Maki. Okay. Maki's got to go in the S tier. I'm only going to put two characters in the S tier for this video. Maki is going in the S tier. And the reason why is she's also got a really great character profile. She's really complex. Like, at first glance, she's like, oh, your typical anime tsundere or whatever. But as you get to know her, she's really interesting. Like, I don't know. That one part of the show where she doesn't know what Santa is, and that's like such a weird twist based on, like, you would think, oh, she's like a really, I don't know, really hardcore or whatever. I guess that's not the right word, but but like there are a lot of these softy elements of her that are really nice, and she also complements Nico's personality really nicely. I think she adds a good dynamic of the team. Yeah, she's an interesting character. Like, yeah, I mean, what else can I really say? Rin, okay, I'm gonna put her in the B tier. Here's why. She's not, once again, not necessarily my favorite character, but in the same case as Umi, all of these characters are still good and really enjoyable. Rin is so Rin is a necessary part of the show. I think she has a lot of, I don't know. I think I like to think of the characters in all. They're really three-dimensional. Rin adds kind of an extra dimension to this whole team because she's presented as this like I guess tomboy character, whatever. Um, but like it's an interesting development arc because she's not really confident in herself, but then she learns to be able to actually be confident in herself and to realize that um, she can perform well and she can be a star, etc., etc. Um, so yeah, really nice character. Also, compliment. Also, it's like Hattori also adds in that kind of light side of things when things are looking kind of not so light. Okay, Haneo, I'm gonna put in B tier. She's also a nice character. Hmm, um, hmm, hmm. Let me think for a second. Okay, so Haneo is a nice character in the fact that she's really shy and stuff, and she's I don't know. She's almost like, huh, I don't know. It's just she's one of those extra elements that you add into the whole mix. I remember she's also got a lot of comedic bits, which are pretty funny. And then, but she's also got this, I don't know, confidence issue she has to get over, and it really, I don't know, it makes the whole thing, the whole show, more human. I think in general. Okay, all right, here we go. I know this is a controversial one. Gonna put Nico in the queen tier, which is not a surprise if you know me pretty well. But like, uh, Nico is obviously my favorite character in the show. The reason why is because she's really multi-layered, as I've said, like throughout this whole thing. I like multi-dimensional characters. Nico is kind of one of those characters. Kind of the same thing as Maki. She kind of seems like your normal tsundere or whatever, and or I don't know, some sort of obnoxious like character or whatever. But she's really not, and she's I don't know, pretty endearing, I guess, once you get to know her and her backstory and the reasons why she acts the way she acts, and her situation, how she's trying to be inspiring and courageous for her sisters. That really like touched me, I guess. Um, I don't know, and she acts all like, I don't know, she acts really arrogant and all that. Um, it's also, but like she's also a really kind person, and she's always trying to help people. Um, yeah, and then yeah, so it's, I don't know, she's got a lot of different elements to her. I think the best thing I like about her is her passion. She's really passionate. She's serious about this, and that's what kind of makes, I think that's like the most appealing part of her to me. She's really passionate about what she's doing. She wants to make sure things are done right, and she's willing to stick it out through the end and train as hard as she can to be the best. So that's why she's ranked there. Okay. All right. Okay. Ellie, gonna put in the A tier. Okay, and Ellie's a pretty good character. I like her. She's kind of like a de facto leader of the team, right? Because Hanukkah is the main protagonist. Usually the protagonist is the leader. And not really in this series. Ellie's kind of like the de facto leader. She's the last one to join, right? And I like her backstory a lot, which is interesting. Like, at first she seems kind of like a plain Jane character, and I didn't really like her that much at first. But she's kind of got parts to her, like, she's, I don't know, because she was a ballerina before, and she used to compete back in Russia, I guess. But like, I don't know, she kind of learns to get closer with the group and become closer and all that. I don't know. I don't know, but she's a really nice addition to the team, I guess. Like, each one of these characters is their own distinct personality, which are like, they don't necessarily fill in like a role that's like oh, this is a cliche. Well, no, because there are multiple characters who kind of fill in the cliche, but each one is different, and so I don't know. It's unconventional, I think, and that's why I like the show a lot. Okay, and then as you said, sorry, as I said before, there were going to be two characters in the S tier, and so the final one is Nozomi in the S tier. Nozomi is one of my. She's probably my second favorite character because I don't know. She's also like a really interesting and mysterious kind of character, as well as kind of a funny and laid back character. Um, I don't know. I like the whole thing with the tarot cards. That's really fun for me. Actually, that inspired me to get into tarot cards, like seeing how she used them and stuff. That was, I don't know. So that's a really cool element. Um, I don't know. And she's got this whole connection with the spirits and whatnot. She's interesting. And she kind of always knows what's going on. And so you always have a character like this in most shows who kind of is like more laid back, and they kind of know what the whole dynamic is. They're more aware of it than most people. So that's kind of Nozomi's role. She's kind of like the guiding figure. And yeah, so she's a really nice character. So, anyways, guys, that looks like that's about it for this tier list. That's kind of my whole thing. Again, obviously, I don't think anyone should be that offended if their character got below, because at the end of the day, these are all good characters. And I know some people like others more than others. None of them are inherently bad or even mediocre. They're all above average. They're all good characters. I don't know if I can necessarily say that for the characters from the other two shows, but I don't know. I haven't really watched those, so what can I say? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like content, if you like the video and you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. You don't have to, but might want to consider it. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.